It's Thursday, it's push day, second one of the week. Had a headache yesterday, bad one, so I missed leg day. Week 12, what is it? Week 11 of hybrid training, week 11. I'm still trying to fine tune exactly how I wanna go about putting these all together, but since it's push day and it's the second one of the week, I wanted to make sure I gave a little recap on kind of what's going on. So I'm jumping in kind of midweek here because it's, you know, it's the weekly system of hybrid. The hybrid system is what I'm breaking down every week now. So since it's week 11, I didn't want to wait till week 12. So maybe for this one, I'll have a little bit more explaining, kind of giving the breakdown on what's going on. You just saw me hit some lat raises. Again, this is my second push day of the week. So tomorrow being Friday, I'll have my second pull day of the week, and then I'll go into endurance on the weekend. Yeah, I had a super bad migraine yesterday, so I ended up not doing a leg day, which, you know, probably isn't my favorite in the first place, but I made sure to get back out there today. And you know, I'm kind of experimenting things. That's kind of the whole point of this breakdown, is to kind of give everybody an insight on how I'm fine tuning my system. So right now I'm doing push, pull, legs, push, pull, and then comes the weekend where I just do endurance only. So kind of experimenting. I might switch that up and have Wednesday be an off day to kind of separate the rotation, but I want to make sure I'm getting in enough lifting days. So tomorrow, see ya. It's gonna be a great Friday. Doing a little zone 2 bike right now. Got pull day later. Most of my endurance trainings in the morning are pretty easy, I'd say. I still feel like I'm in the building stages, being on week 11. I don't feel like I've built enough of a baseline for myself yet to recover wise, to be incorporating like multiple or even a single higher tempo endurance session in a week, So right now I'm kind of hovering in that zone 2 on the bike, which for me is about like 130 to 150 watts. Looks like my average right now is about 140. So I'm kind of right there in the middle. Just enough to get, you know, a little warm, get the blood flowing, get a session in. And to me, currently, I want to do biking incorporated in my endurance training. So I got a little Zwift trainer going here and just kind of getting after it. That way I'm not running every day and feeling like putting too much taxing, you know, steps on my system, on my body. So yeah. Come on. One more. All right, today is pull day. Day 2 of pull day this week, Friday. So I'm also thinking today was an interesting day because I switched up my eating habits a little bit. Normally I eat at about 12 noon, and then I'll come home from work and I'll have a snack on the way home, usually like a Cliff Bar or a banana when I get back, or sometimes both. And I was kind of noticing my workouts being slightly flat, like not crazy, but I'm experimenting today with eating another meal prior. So typically I eat at like 7, 12, and then after I work out, so like 5:30. And then sometimes I'll have like another snack later in the day at like 7:45, 8 p.m. But today I ate at like 7, 11, and then 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m. That way I had extra food in me prior to this lift, and I'm feeling a little bit more juiced, a little bit more full, obviously. But I think it's something I'm gonna experiment with just to kind of see how it goes over the days and the weeks. So, all right, I had to jump in here real quick in between sets because I'm at the very end of my workout. I'm on like the 6th workout. I think last time I jumped in on the curls was like workout 3, and now that I'm on like the last set, I'm really noticing, or the last workout, whatever, I'm noticing my energy is there. I'm noticing I got more fuel in the tank. I'm finishing up with some ab wheel core exercise, and I'm noticing that I got a little bit more juice. So I will say I'll keep an eye on it next week, because this is the last strength training of the week because it's Friday. I'll catch you all this weekend for some endurance, but I am gonna keep playing around with this fueling because I'm noticing I got a little bit more gas in my tank. So. Just finished 90 minutes. Says about 9 miles. I think it was more than that though. I was running about 6.5 mile per hour pace. I was trying to stay in zone 2. This is actually my, I think, fastest zone 2 pace. I've been kind of playing around with the whole zone 2 thing on my long runs. It says I was at about 140 average beats per minute. Started creeping up there a little bit at the end, but got my 10 miles in roughly. It's about 7 a.m., 7:10. Yeah, got long zone 2 bike tomorrow, and that'll finish up the week. I also forgot to say that yesterday, I remember I was playing around with the food. So I ate another meal at 3 p.m. yesterday before I lifted, and it was a great lift, and I commented on that. But then after I finished my lift, that's where I kind of got messed up, because I came inside. We were preparing dinner, I was hanging out with the kids, and what I should have done is I should have had a snack directly after. That's what I should have done. I should have had like a protein shake, or I don't know, just something to get some more carbs in me, or some protein after the lift, but I didn't. So by the time we got the kids to bed and everything was situated, I didn't make my dinner, which was like just some pasta, beef, and that was it. I think I threw some cheese on top, but I didn't get that in me until like 8. And that really threw off my evening, because I was looking at my macros and I was probably around 3,400, 3,500. For me, that's like, I'm trying to hit 4,000. So, and then I had to go to bed. So I had like this bigger sized meal, and I was low on calories, and that just wasn't ideal. So I'm gonna try and tweak that today, tomorrow, this weekend, see how I can adjust my eating around the training sessions, and I'll just kind of go with it from there and see what works best. I just know that I want to make sure I'm hitting my macros, because like this morning, I had a great run, but it necessarily didn't feel as full towards the end, because I think I had quite lower carbs than I typically do. So just something to keep in mind, that if you're going to be messing with your food, you got to make sure you plan it around your training sessions. But really what I'm saying is, like, everything's not gonna be perfect when you're trying new stuff. And that's what this whole process is about, is like, this is my first week where I'm documenting it, week 11, but really over the last 11 weeks, I've been making so many changes every day, every week, whatever. So it's just experimenting what works for you, and then, you know, adjusting if you like it or if you don't. All right, good morning. It is Sunday. Just finished my bike ride here. Did about 90 minutes on the bike. It says, I think it was about 130 average watts, maybe a little bit higher. But just kind of recapping the week, since today was the final session. It's about 7:30 a.m. I'm gonna take strength off today to kind of recover. I'd say my energy is still pretty high. Like the bike, definitely I was tired there by the end of it. I was kind of like, should I just do 60 minutes? Should I do 75? I was ready to be done, but I grinded it out, got the 90 minutes in. When I weighed in today, right, last day of the week, 189. So kind of my progression has been all over the place the last month or so. That's kind of why I've been adjusting macro so much. I was 187.6 a week ago, so that's about 1.5 pounds, a little bit less. I've been trying to target 1 pound to like 0.5 pound, somewhere in that range, because I'm trying to do like a leaner bulk. I'm not trying to just like add a ton of weight. But it's been fluctuating a lot lately. So I've been adjusting calories quite a bit. I was doing about 3,500 a day, and then about 3,700, and now I'm at 4,000 a day. So that's kind of where I am right now. That'll probably come back down again. But 2 weeks ago, I was like 189 too. So like it's just fluctuating. It's gonna fluctuate. Everybody's different. But for me, I'm trying to target 0.5 pound to 1 pound. So about 4K calories. Yesterday when I had that long run, I hit 5,000 calories. I try and get a little bit more fuel, more food, more carbs, especially on those longer days. And you know, during my journey right now, my long day is 10 miles. Somebody's average normal day might be 10 miles, but we all have different goals when we're building different styles. I'm trying to add weight and muscle. I'm trying to go harder in the gym, and running's kind of always been a thing I've had in the back pocket. Obviously just doing more system-focused builds right now, doing more system-focused trainings. So energy's good. Let's see what worked. The things that worked were the schedule. I had my 2-a-days basically all week, and then on the weekend I did endurance. Fueling around that mostly was good. I'm still playing around with electrolytes. I try and have like an electrolyte packet in my water when I'm doing running. I don't necessarily need it when I'm biking, but sometimes at the end of the day, if I'm walking a lot during work, I'll feel a little lightheaded, a little fuzzy, and I'll try and get some more electrolytes or just extra salt in at my strength workout. What didn't work was the food. I'm still not sure if I want to do the like 11 p.m., 3 p.m. kind of lunch dual split thing, but I'll figure that out next week. And I'm excited for week 12. I mean, this was like a half week. This was like a first, like, let's see what happens this week and see what systems we can analyze through, like, I think it was 4 days of training. But I'm going to be more in depth on the strength build next week. I'm going to be like, okay, this is the targeted weights that I'm hitting. Because, you know, if you're 250 pounds and you're watching this, you're like, I lift way more than this guy. Cool. You know, maybe you're 150, maybe you're light, and you're starting with 10-pound dumbbells. So I'll kind of give you an insight on like where I am, where I progressed over 11 weeks, and then you can kind of see during week 12 what my main focus is. Like, I'll be trying to increase one specific, lift per session. So if tomorrow's push day, I might be trying to target a little increase on bench. So week 12, let's get it.